We have an extra special guest on this week's Solheim Cup countdown here on Sports Nightly, the captain of Team Europe for 2021 Solheim Cup, Catriona Matthew. Catriona, thank you so much for stopping by our studio and welcome to Toledo. It sounds like you got out to Inverness Club yesterday and golfed the course. What was your favorite part?
Yeah, thanks very much. Great to be here. It's amazing how quickly the Solheim's coming round, and it was great to come out and have a look at the place. The first time I'd seen Inverness Golf Club, so I was fortunate that myself and Laura Davis, one of the other captains, and Claire from the European Tour, we all went out and played yesterday. Loved the golf course. It's in fantastic shape. I think the fescue and the long grass kind of makes it look nearly European actually. And then with the creek running through the whole golf course, a real feature of the course. So, we were really impressed. I remember watching quite a lot of the Drive-On Championship last year, so had a kind of slight feel for the golf course, but it's not really until you come out and actually see it yourself. So, we really enjoyed it and enjoyed our game out there yesterday.
And after seeing it in person, which hole do you think will kind of set up to be one of the more dynamic holes for this year's Solheim Cup?
God, that's a tricky one. I mean, I think obviously 1 and 10 are going to be fantastic with the huge kind of structure and stand they're going to have around there. So that's going to be a really cool experience, I think, for the players to have. And obviously it's always the last few holes, I think, coming down, especially match play. The last few holes, probably the last 4 or 5 holes, I think are always going to be, like I say, the ditch comes into play in just about all of them. So, there's a few bit of risk rewards, perhaps the odd drivable par 4. So, I think there's going to be a lot of excitement.
And you've been a part of 9 other Solheim Cups over your time on the tour. This year's obviously been a little bit different, just given all of the precautions and the extra measures because of COVID-19. How has that impacted your team and your preparations for the Solheim Cup?
Yeah, it's been tricky. Probably trickiest for me actually being able to come out and see the players. We're quite fortunate that a lot of our team do play predominantly perhaps on the LPGA. So, over the last year and a half they've been able to play pretty full schedule. The LET Tour has had probably more challenges just with travel in Europe being so difficult, but they're up and running now and managing to get some tournaments in, which is great for the players over there. So obviously it's having an impact. It's had an impact on everyone's life, I think, but hopefully we're on the road to recovery.
And I was reading some articles of interviews that you've given over the last year, and just you've kind of hit on how important fans are for this tournament, and given the state that we're in right now, fans will be out in full force this Labor Day weekend at Inverness Club. What does that mean to you to kind of get to showcase one of the world's best golf events?
I mean, obviously it's fantastic for women's golf. From a European point of view, obviously it's going to be mostly American fans, but I think that's what makes these kind of events, is that when you go away from home, that's part of the battle, is most of the crowd are going to be, for the home team. So that's something as a team we need to try and overcome. But I think the atmosphere, you saw the atmosphere at Gleneagles, it was fantastic, and if we can recreate a little bit of that, it will be an amazing event.
We're about 10 weeks away, give or take a couple days, of the 2021 Solheim Cup. What's on the docket for you in these next few weeks?
I'm actually heading down tomorrow morning to watch the KPMG in Atlanta. Then I'm going to play a couple of events myself back in Europe, and be at the Scottish and the British and watch the players there. And obviously, just look at results and watch the players in I think this next couple of months, especially for the picks, and I suppose just for jockeying for the last few positions, you obviously wanting to pick players who are in form. So, this is crunch time for the players, really.
And this is the second go of it for you, kind of leading the team as a captain. What did you learn last go around that you're going to implement this year?
Tricky one again. I mean, I think I really enjoyed it actually last time. I felt obviously I was fortunate enough to play in 9, and the pressure as a player, you love playing them, but the pressure as a player is really immense. And I found as a captain, I could actually really enjoy it. I could walk onto the first tee, you were relaxed, you could enjoy it. You're not kind of worrying about hitting that first tee shot or trying to win your points. So for me personally, I found it really great fun actually. I could actually take it all in perhaps more and enjoy it more and take in the atmosphere more. But it's just going to be a fantastic week. Obviously you learn things just from pairings and different things. You always, hopefully you can do things better the next time round.